Welcome back to Empowering the Educator Within, the podcast where we explore practical strategies and thoughtful insights to support your journey in education. I'm your host, Christina Shala. Today's episode is all about turning vision into action, and more specifically, why every school needs a cohesive educational framework. We've all seen the vision statements and colorful posters hanging in staff rooms or on school websites, full of core values and mission buzzwords. But here's the question: do they actually change what happens in classrooms? Let's dive in. As educators, I'm sure we've all come across those polished, visually appealing diagrams meant to represent a school or district's vision. You know the ones, filled with mission statements, values, and aspirational phrases. They're often displayed in offices, websites, or tucked into staff handbooks. These diagrams serve a purpose. They reflect a school's ideals and aspirations, but they're not a plan of action. They aren't a roadmap for what actually happens in the classroom. And that's where the problem begins. They are just fragments, without something to connect them, implement them, and carry them forward in daily teaching practice. These beautiful posters often amount to nothing more than just that, posters. So, what happens when schools stop at the vision stage and don't follow through with the framework? Educators often connect with one part of the school's vision and do their best to implement that piece. Maybe it's a value like inclusivity or a focus on innovative learning. Occasionally, there's a staff meeting to remind everyone of the vision. Maybe a revised mission statement gets rolled out, or a few values are reworded. Some professional development may touch on the vision, and a few teachers make small shifts to align with it. But overall, there's no cohesive plan to bring the full vision into reality across the school. Each classroom ends up operating under its own interpretation. The result? A fragmented teaching culture. Staff are unclear on expectations, and students experience inconsistent messages as they move between grades or specialist classes. One teacher may prioritize personalized learning, another focuses on collaboration, and yet another centers innovation. The vision becomes watered down and loses meaning. Here's the truth. A vision is only the beginning. What a school really needs is a framework. Something that takes the school's mission, values, and goals and translates them into actionable, school-wide practices. An educational framework is a roadmap. It connects the dots between subjects, classrooms, and teachers. It clarifies expectations, ensures consistency, and fosters a culture where everyone, staff and students, is working toward the same goal. And when teachers know what's expected of them and how their work fits into the larger school picture, the impact on student learning is profound. So, how do we move from poster to practice? It begins with leadership. Once the school or district vision has been clearly defined, it's the role of administrators to develop a comprehensive educational framework. This framework is not something that evolves piece by piece. It is created in its entirety and rolled out as a unified plan for the whole school. It acts as a blueprint that guides teaching practices, connects all subject areas, and aligns the day-to-day workings of the classroom with the school's larger goals and values. Once implemented, the framework provides consistency across teaching teams, grade levels, and specialist areas. It helps ensure that every educator understands how their role fits within the broader school culture and philosophy. While the framework is rolled out all at once, that doesn't mean it's rigid. Schools are dynamic, and student needs evolve. Revisions to the framework can and should happen in the future as needed, but the initial rollout sets the standard for a cohesive school-wide teaching culture right from the start. And if you're looking for inspiration or practical examples, visit the education blog at shallowbooks.com, where you'll find related articles including what is an educational framework, designing an educational framework, the language framework, the early years framework, and the transdisciplinary framework. Thanks for tuning in to Empowering the Educator Within. If this episode got you thinking about your school's vision or lack of a framework, share it with a colleague or your school leadership team. And don't forget to explore more resources at shallowbooks.com, where we continue the conversation through blog articles and support tools for educators like you. Until next time, keep teaching with purpose.